What's up, everybody? I showed up twice in a row. Aren't you proud of me? I'm living the life now. I'm cruising until the next one, and then who knows what will happen. Um, Today's guest he was tough to lock down. I mean, he's been in hiding. Nobody, they thought he was dead for a little bit, but we got him. We got him for an exclusive interview on Fire in the Hole only. So prepare yourselves. You might not recognize him. Is that you?
Heyo. What's going on?
I was thinking about when we talked and you said about me interviewing you, and I was like, that's the first thing that popped into my head. Like, damn, like, what if we would have canceled this week? I couldn't even get you to stick around and cover it.
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
Yeah, I know it's a little self-aggrandizing, but I'm here. We're here.
Fuck it.
Yeah, we got a lot of things going on, so I figure.
Dude, I've been sick. I wouldn't even call it sick. I don't even know. I know I used to have something, which now the name is not very great to have, but it was called Epstein-Barr. Yeah, it means I go to a bar and then I take. No, I'm just kidding. That story. No, it means it drains your energy, and like every few years, he said I need to go get a fucking B12 shot in my booty cheek. He said that'll help start
that sounds like an Epstein shot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like if I get sick or if I get run down, it's like my body kind of continues to go down instead of bouncing back. And I was telling Wayla last night, I think I'm having a midlife crisis because like my body's all fucking me over at once, and I'm like, I'm getting old. This is bullshit. I'm almost 40. So I don't have money for a Corvette, so I got to find something crazy to do. Mushrooms. Peyote.
Yeah, mushrooms would be good for you. What's up, Tracy? Hello, Lisa. Brian, what's going on? Jennifer.
So, instead of this being like a normal, me and Bean shoot the shit thing, comment anything, questions, whatever you want us to talk about. If you have questions, if you have something for Beans or me or whatever, or anything really, we'll just kind of go with what you guys want to do and
wait till 52. Shit. I'll be almost done by then.
52, I don't plan on being here.
Damn, you trying to go early.
I always tell my kids that when I tell my kids I'm having a midlife crisis, I'm like, I should have had it at 21. They're like, why? I said, midlife. And they're like, shut up.
I think I'm having a midlife crisis right now, and I'm pretty sure like I'm right on point for it. I say about 70 is good for me.
Mine's not a midlife crisis as much as it's just getting old and realizing it. Like I never worked out and like for sports and shit, but I was always athletic and shit, and I could always bounce back, and my bounce back is just gone.
Damn, thanks, guys.
It takes me a week. Remember how it used to take us a week to not be sore from football, and then we play football again? What's like that with me, with like taking the trash out and shit. Like, fuck, I'm not gonna recover from this.
There was a football player. I don't know who it is. I don't follow that shit. Yeah. So Theo had a football player on this past weekend, and he was like describing what training camp and like practice and like the elite, like the season is like. Mm-hmm. Is like every Sunday I go there and get hit by 10 trucks, and then I have to recover by next Sunday so I could go get hit by 10 more trucks.
Well, offensive linemen and running backs. I mean, think about that. Every play, offensive lineman slamming the defensive lineman. Every fucking play, you're running into a 300-pound dude on the other side. You're just trying to push him as hard as you can. Every time.
Ricky,
so there's an average of like 50 offensive and 50 defensive plays a game or whatever. So 50 times, you're just wham. Like do anything 50 times, you're gonna start to feel it.
Yeah, ouch.
And running backs, I mean, you're running straight up the middle of those dudes trying to kill each other, and you're little, compared to them. So you get sandwiched in there, you're fucked. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, that's why the weed stuff. That's why it's crazy. Like it killed Josh Gordon's career. He's the best receiver in the league, but he smoked weed, and he said like I never played and not smoked weed. It was like first of all like the anxiety of being a star player in the NFL is so crippling that like if I don't have that to level me out, but also like I break my bones for you fucking people. You want me on Percocet instead? You know? Like, and he lost his career. Same with Ricky Williams because he smoked weed. All because of smoking weed. Nothing else. Did nothing else wrong.
No, so, Tracy, we're not going out and buying Corvettes. We're going out and putting on comedy shows.
Yeah. I'm shaving my head and growing my beard long.
Everybody, if y'all don't mind tapping that like button for us, getting some shares out. We are kind of restricted right now, so our reach is up to y'all. So everything, all the likes, shares, all that stuff definitely helps a lot.
Because Facebook doesn't do things logically. They punish you instead of prevent you from doing things. It makes no sense.
And we are live on Facebook and on YouTube right now. So if anybody wants to go over to YouTube, give us a like. Give us a comment. Let that algorithm know that we exist. April 1st is my show. Hell yeah.
We got more stuff coming with YouTube too. It's gonna be a lot. We're gonna be a lot heavier toward that. Actually, YouTube, all the other platforms really. So if you guys run those and just come here for the lives or whatever, and you never know. We're at least exploring it, you know, because Facebook's kind of restrictive sometimes. Like right when you want to go live and it says you can't.
Loretta says, Ricky, you should have made a list of questions that people might want to know.
Oh, I don't need. I can sit here and think of them.
I texted Ricky at 5 o'clock and asked him if he wanted to do this.
Yeah, this is how some. But you know what? The Colt Montgomery interview was an hour and a half notice, and I was moving, and that was like it went great. Those I like when it's somebody I don't know, and like you give me some information on him, and I don't like to talk to him if I never met him. Those are like the most fun. But sometimes I get in my brain, I latch on to something they say because it interests me, and then that's when I need you motherfuckers to pull me out of it because I'll latch and go.
Well, I think that's kind of the whole point of all this is like going in dark and getting to know each other, like from a baseline. Like that's why we have a lot of people that like you don't know. I don't even know.
Yeah, that's kind of why we do it.
Yeah, it's not like, hey, let's over prepare for this. No, let's all meet this person together, get to know them in ways that everybody wants to.
And also, like all the regulars, you guys know who you are. We want to, if you're up for it too, you know, get you guys up here because, like I said, there's some of you, you're like my security blanket. I look in the comments, I see you there. I know it's all good. So it's like you're as equally as part of this as anybody. So,
yeah, I mean, we have time before April 1st, Brian, if you want to come on next week and for an interview to promote your show. He said, hell, I don't even know me. So let's get to know you together.
I'm trying to think of funny things. I can only think of like, I don't know. It's fun. I tell everybody, it's my two biological kids are this way. They're the yin and yang. So everything you were when we were kids, I wasn't. And everything I was, you weren't. So together, we were like a fucking super group and shit. But that's how Wyatt and Ava are now. Like everything you did, I literally could argue anything you ever said ever because I thought the opposite of it. But it's why it was always like people looked at us like Ricky and Justin. Like you couldn't hear like Ricky and Beanie or whatever. You couldn't hear one without the other, you know? Like people
I haven't heard that in so long. Ricky and Justin.
Ricky and Justin. Yeah. Ricky and Justin!
The fucking years.
When we're not waking up,
Brian, the good thing about StreamYard is it doesn't matter if you're banned or not. This is a back door. You can come up with us anytime.
They'll always let you in the back door. They're Christian. Yeah, but I remember when we like it's the bus gets there at 7:53. It's 7:50, and Mom's just like, Ricky and Justin, get out now. It was always Ricky and Justin.
Yeah. What's going on, Levi? But yeah.
So all my stories of like you doing something stupid and me being there to watch you do something stupid because I decided against it.
Yeah, I mean, well, most of you wouldn't even be there for half of them because you wouldn't be dumb enough to even be in the location.
You know what my superpower was when I was a kid? I did all the same shit you guys did, other than smoking weed. I underage drank. I did all that shit. I knew when to leave. I left 10 minutes before you guys, and then fucking you guys got in trouble.
Yeah, I know that's funny that you say that. I showed up to this party one time. I was like 19. So I should.
Now that I'm thinking about it, people probably think I'm a snitch. I leave it. I'm sorry, go ahead. You showed us this party. You were 19.
I was 19, and it was like a fucking like high school party. Like got invited. I show up there, get there to the fucking walk up to the keg. I'm pouring myself a beer, looking down at it. But oh no! I was 21, and like the dude that was throwing the party was like 19. I remember now.
Yeah.
I was of age. I was like probably one of the only people there of age.
You would have got fucking in trouble for supplying minors with alcohol, though, if you would have got caught.
Yeah. I walked up. I'm pouring my beer, looking down at it. I look up, and there's a cop standing right here.
Every movie, you close the mirror. You close the mirror, and that motherfucker's right here looking at you in the mirror.
Yeah, he's literally standing like I can touch him, and he's looking at me. He's like, yeah. I look up, I see him, I'm like, and he looks around, he's like, I'll give you 5 minutes, and everybody just runs. Like I turned around and I just slowly, casually walked out of there, got in my car, and drove away. Like everybody scattered like fucking like roaches.
That's how I am whenever anybody's like, I don't know what it is about me. So like, if people are running, I'm like, I don't need to run. Fuck that. Like, I'm not running with you guys. I'm not going to be part of what you're doing.
Yeah.
But so like, if we were, say like, if like in gym, you had to run up and get, like, you know how you had to wear pennies? Like sometimes you got the fucked up one if you didn't get there fast. They're all running. I'm like, I'm going to get the fucked up penny anyway. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I'm walking. Like, you guys can have your pick, and whatever's left is meant to be.
You don't need to sign up for anything to join somebody else's stream, Brian. But if you wanted to make your own, you just got to sign up for StreamYard.
You can link it to like all your platforms, so it'll link not just to Facebook, to all of them. So
that's why the bear would eat you. Yeah, right.
No, if there's a bear, I'll run fast. I'm the fastest guy in the room in any room I'm in most of the time. So I'd get out.
I don't need to outrun the bear. I just need to outrun you.
I need to outrun one of you, but I'll outrun all of you. I remember Angel wanted to race me one time. I was in dress shoes and I ended up running backwards at the end because I had him beat so bad. But yeah, I don't know what it is about it though. Like if I see other people like swarming to do something, like even on like Black Friday, I'm like if there was like one thing my kid wanted and I just watch it going down, I'm not fucking running up and jumping in that madness. I don't want to be part of that. So
yeah, I don't like to be involved in anything that everybody's doing. Like
yeah, me neither.
To this day, I've watched 3 episodes of Walking Dead, and that was recent because I wanted to understand. Like I watched a separate video explaining the mindset of the people, and I wanted to understand what they meant. So, and then I also watched like 3 episodes of Breaking Bad up until the time where he like broke bad.
Breaking Bad
because I wanted to understand that psychology. Like
yeah, I never watched Game of Thrones or anything, but that's why I don't smoke. Not just weed, like cigarettes. I've never smoked a cigarette because all my friends were smoking cigarettes, and I was like, I'm not doing it. You know, so.
I'll get in the car driving. What the fuck you mean, Ronan? If we're out camping and a bear shows up,
we got bigger problems because none of us heard that bear coming.
You ain't gonna be in your car though. Like you definitely ain't gonna drive away.
If I'm camping and a bear shows up, I'm drunk, so I'm probably gonna try and fight it.
That bear's gonna show up and lean on your hood like this and look at us all.
Like these motherfuckers. Like, come on, bro, 420, let's go.
So welcome to my house.
Hello, Rudy. Poor bitch. I remember one time we were camping. I was like 19 or whatever. You know, we're drunk. We didn't put our food away like properly and shit. And I woke up and I came out the tent and a fucking raccoon had our bag of bread and it was looking at me like, say something, bitch. And then ran away with my bread. It like stared at me like, oh, you're not gonna do nothing? Peace. And just ran away like.
I don't know why. Cat, what's up? But
what's up, Cat?
There's nothing that really like makes me feel fear. But for some reason lately, I went to walk out my door the other day and there was a fucking snake, probably like 4 feet long. It's a black racer, so they're like harmless. But it was like right at the base of my door, dude. I jumped on a chair.
Yeah,
I've never done that before in my life.
Startle though. That's like you don't expect to see a snake. So it's not like you're walking into a pet store and there's a snake on the floor. You're walking out your fucking house and there's a 4-foot snake on the floor.
Yeah, but also fucking at work the other day, it was like 3 weeks ago, there was a fucking mouse. I jumped on the table. What the fuck am I doing? Yeah, and we had the parking lot that we work in, it's a bunch of automotive businesses. The one all the way at the end is a garage, and it's this old dude that runs it. He's been there for fucking 25 years. So he's raised like all the wild animals in the area, like the geese, the fucking raccoons. So it's like fucking Dr. Doolittle up there. So I went up there the one day, I come out of his shop and there's these 2 raccoons eating out of a fucking cat's bowl. And I was like, yo, and like it fucking struck me with fear. Like I had to fucking walk around the whole area. Like there's some weird looking motherfuckers with their fucking hands and shit.
Oh, possums. I had a possum on my basement a couple months ago. Look, like you should type in possum and just look at it. It's got human hands, but 4 fingers, and it looks evil as shit, but it's harmless. But
we get them all the time down here.
The way that fucking thing looks at you, yo, you're like, I don't want to fuck with you. Can you please get out? I'm asking you politely.
Dude, they walk across the top of the fence, like the wooden fence out here. They like tightrope across that shit. They're like this big, and you hear them, their claws digging in.
Yeah, they're ugly as shit, but they're harmless. They're actually, I think they're good to have around, for one reason or another. But fuck, they're ugly. I remember though when I was I figured I was bringing something in from the car, or bringing a bunch of bags in, so I left the door open, and a fucking cat ran in my house, and I was like, shit. So I didn't want to fuck with this thing already because I don't like cats. I hate getting scratched, like them tiny ones that itch later and hurt for a while and shit. I hate those.
Oh yeah, cat scratch fever.
Yo, but so I set it all up to lead, like I made like a fucking funhouse maze to the front door. So this cat can get out, and I'm chasing it out. I open the door. A second cat runs in my house.
This is my house now, bitch.
Like, what is going on? I feel like I'm in a Truman Show sometimes, and they're just like sending shit to fuck with me. But I'm like, dude, I'm like there with like gloves on because I don't want my hands scratched up. This thing's almost out. It's like his buddy's like, nope, we're going back. Fucking sucked. Then I had to get 2 cats out, and they were scared like a motherfucker.
Since this is an episode about me, let me promote everything that I got going on.
Yeah.
What I got going on, we got going on.
Yeah.
So everybody, you can catch us in Mason City, Illinois at Mason City Limits Comedy Club on 420. Come check us out. It's going to be a good time. Smoke, comedy, entertainment. If you can get there, definitely be there. A lot of the Fire and the Whole crew and like streamers and different people within the community are planning on showing up. So it's a good opportunity to meet up with everybody. And
I wanted to say too, we were talking about it earlier, and sometimes when like we're building up to this thing, and sometimes the excitement can get drained like because you have the responsibility, so it slowly becomes like more and more like a job. So if you're going, you're planning on going, like if you want to like put on the page, let us know. Like, you bring in somebody who watches, or you bring in somebody who's never met us before. Like, do you have any plans? How far are you coming? Like, let us know, like, what's going to happen for you during that time, and it'll get us excited again to see like all of you excited, and like, I'm bringing this person, like, I think it'll reignite
Hell
between
yeah.
me being sick, and then I know, you had um, you had a rough patch there, and then like, yeah, and then having to still, you can never stop doing it. So it almost becomes a chore. So
Yeah.
we're still excited as shit. I'm just saying, like, if you guys start telling us like, oh, I'm bringing this person who's never seen you guys before and stuff, like, that's going to like get the wheels turning again, I think.
Elisa.
What's up, Elisa?
Also, we do have some merch going right now. We got the mesh t-shirts, the FITH gold leaf t-shirts, and we did just do a pre-sale drop for Sir Steve-O's t-shirts. You can find that all at etsy.com/shop/fireinthehole420. All of the proceeds from that definitely go back in to help build all of this and do things like make the Illinois show possible. We're already trying to put things into the works for 7/10, so do a live show then.
That's the thing, like, with like the Illinois show and stuff. Like, we got responsibilities, and we're like paycheck to paycheck. So that's exactly what that does. Allows those things to happen,
Yeah.
just for like getting the Airbnb and shit, like, able to do that we can comfortably go and not have to, like, we got to drive now again, or something like that. We can go and make, time of it. That's exactly, it's not, yeah. You don't go like, yo, you need like beer money? I got all this money in this account, bro.
Yeah.
It's spent right back on.
Shit,
I mean,
there is no money in that account.
yeah, you waffle a bong, you buy a bong, or you buy something else to turn around and give away too, or like you said, like,
Speaking of waffle, that's what these waffles are for. These ones that we just recently got, they're to make sure that the entertainers can make it to the event that the B&B's paid for, that we got different things to give away during the event, all that stuff. That's why I got stuff to do waffles leading up to it. So like right now we got this going for a waffle. There is a banger that comes with it. I just don't keep it on it because I'm clumsy. But yeah, $2 waffle for that, and a Fire in the Hole hat, Fire in the Hole family hat.
Facebook decided the month before this thing to be ridiculous too. So that kind of like completely shuts that part of it off. So yeah, it is needed. I mean, for that stuff, and yeah, like you said, any excess you find something to do with it that's not like on you or whatever, All right, guys. What'd you say? Dude, my eyes are I'm getting old, dude. I hate this shit. Yeah, if you guys, I don't care if it's a fucking would you rather question. Like, we want you to steer it, tell me he looks stupid or something. Yeah. I always do. Yeah, I'll give it to you in a minute.
Tracy with 100 stars.
Sorry, I'm having.
But yeah, also on top of the Fire in the Hole merch and helping the other different streamers out that are putting out merch. If anybody has anything that y'all need, any t-shirts or hats or anything for, definitely reach out to me. I do all my own custom artwork. You're not going to see anything on my stuff that is taken from anybody else's stuff, unlike some of these other digital creators out there. And it's all quality products, so definitely reach out. If you know somebody that needs something or anything for a load of t-shirts, let me know.
Yeah, let them know. It's funny. It's a good thing you have that thing, because me, The way my mind works, I would be ordering new ones every day. I would have so many different T-shirts. Like, I want to do this. Ooh, I want to do this. Like,
I want to. It's just not feasible to do it.
Yeah, I know that's what I'm saying. That's why it would be terrible to be in my hands because I would still do it.
Yeah.
You're more when it comes to shit like that, like I'm logical about almost everything except for like the creative shit. Like I'm not. I just want to go.
Pump it up. Pump it up.
That's where I can go off the handle a little bit.
Yeah, because I got a shit ton of stuff designed already, but
yeah, I got a ton
can't
of
just
stuff
start printing shit.
Yeah, I got stuff to draw and send to you to do that shit with. I'll just fucking draw it and then you can figure it out from there.
Yeah. Tracy got her stickers. I didn't see that comment. Hell yeah. Everybody's getting their stickers up in Canada today. I wonder if Ronnie got her bong yet.
I know she said where she lives, like, if your neighbor sends you mail, it might take 3 weeks.
Well, it was in Toronto like a week ago. So,
oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's around where she lives.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, she'll be getting it any time if she didn't.
Yeah, you didn't get any stickers? I thought you just said right here, got my stickers.
Who said it?
Tracy.
Oh. Yeah, I can't see that.
And then she said, I didn't get any stickers.
The train's off the tracks.
Oh, not yet.
Not yet. Well, they're coming. I know a couple people sent messages saying that that they got them.
Got my tickets. I need to learn how to read.
Yeah, you do. I should have known. Why did I even listen to what you said? Well, you guys. So, Tracy, you're coming. Are you coming by yourself? Or are you bringing like?
She put right. Not that one.
My bad. My eyes are terrible. Oh, you're okay. Oh yeah, you messaged me and you said that your husband and your son will be with, but he won't be at the show. So yeah, I remember now. Sorry, it's been a weird week. I usually have trap memory for that shit.
Read. Funny. We're both lost in the woods up here.
Yeah, somebody asked a question like, I don't give a fuck if it's hypothetical. He'll ask ChatGPT and we'll figure it the fuck out. I used to, that's how I would, me and my kids for a while, like it like captured their imaginations. I would do would you rathers with them. And I would do dumb little things like, would you rather have hands for feet or feet for hands? Or, stuff like that. But it like captured their imagination so much.
Yeah.
Not to the point where they're thinking about the would you rather. They're thinking about would you rathers to ask me to stump me with,
Ricky, is your family coming?
My wife is. It's during the week, so I gotta get, my kids ain't missing school, so I can go talk to a bunch of potheads. Yeah, but my wife's coming.
And 2 of his brothers.
Yeah, and 2 of my brothers. That's true. Yeah, my family's coming.
Damn. Oh yeah, would you rather's. So how do I roll this clear paper into a cone? Into a cone.
Roll a square paper. All right, so if it's in a diamond shape, you just kind of start folding like that. You fold more in the bottom and let the top go.
It's the same way as you roll any paper, though. It's just clear.
No, he said a square paper into a cone, right?
No, clear paper.
I thought you said square. My hearing's going too. Fuck it. I'm just going to go to a retirement home.
So I always like the question, the would you rather, I think it's interesting to get the answers to it. Would you rather your parents watch you have sex,
Or watch your parents have sex? Yeah.
or watch the video that of you being
Oh,
conceived?
oh, Jesus Christ.
But you sit and watch it with them, though.
Conceive, because I'm like, that's why my fucking neck's like like you call that a finish, Dad? No wonder I'm slow.
What's up, Freddie? Wayne, what's up?
The one I like. Would you
There is
rather?
there is no saying no in a would you rather. It's always one or the other.
Yeah, you
You're
gotta
not
pick
allowed
one.
to say no.
My favorite is, would you rather always smell body odor or always smell like body odor? Like, so other people could smell you. So would you rather smell it, or would you rather be the smelly person?
So,
like, would you rather always smell body odor?
Yeah, that's a trick.
Rather,
that's an odd question, though, because I think eventually you just get used to it.
Well, right? That's what I mean, but other people wouldn't, but you don't give a fuck because you're not other people.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying if you always smell body odor, eventually you just get used to the fact that you always smell body odor.
I don't know, though, because when I had COVID and I smelled vinegar for a week, like it literally, it was fucking like, that was the worst part of COVID, is smelling vinegar for a week. It drove me fucking crazy.
Yeah,
and I didn't taste anything else, but I smelled vinegar all the time.
I think I'd go with smell like body odor, because
I think I go the opposite, because I don't give a fuck about smells. I can, like, Brittany always used to have me change the diapers and shit. Like, I don't care about none of that. There's not much that bothers me. So
no, if I had to smell it and I would never get used to it, like, I wouldn't be okay with that.
Yeah, but I guess you'd have to ask the question, like, do they all smell like body odor too if I smell like body odor? Or, like, how bad of body odor are we talking?
If we all just smell like body odor, then fuck it.
Should my pants body odor, or like
smell it because I don't want others to think I stink. Yeah, but then you won't know if you stink.
Yeah, it's called nose blind. It's called being nose blind. Like, if you walk into somebody's house, you're like, that's a weird smell, but then you wonder, like, fuck's my house smell like? Somebody walks in your house and you just gotta stare at their face, and if they go, like, oh, I gotta clean. I don't know the smell.
Would you rather always be naked or always be clothed?
Naked. Always be naked.
You just rather go to the grocery store, all that shit, but naked.
Yep. I hate clothes.
What up, Ashley?
In the summertime,
but that question is different too, because just because you're always naked doesn't make it acceptable.
There's Naked Ricky. That's fucking Naked Ricky. Congratulations to the happy couple. Yeah, that's no question for me.
I'm clothed for sure. But see, there's another part to the clothes side too, as well, because that means you have to be clothed while you shower. Yeah. You have to be clothed while you have sex. Like, every time, no matter what, you have to stay clothed.
You'll know immediately if I'm attracted to you. So I don't have to play these games anymore.
Somebody else throw one out. Let's go. This is fun.
It doesn't have to be a would you rather, anything. I like hypotheticals and all that shit.
Ask me about my life.
Yeah, ask me.
Naked it is. Yeah, I'd be naked, just walk around like with a towel.
No, that's the part of being naked. You can't cover it. It's naked. You got to fucking basically helicopter all the time.
Walk around just fucking with a propeller going.
What's that? That's Naked Ricky coming.
Doing the Balls Johnson dance.
I mean, if you have to do that all the time, eventually it's going to get real long and thin, like fucking pizza dough.
Like fucking, when they stretch taffy.
That's all you're doing. Oh my god!
Throw it over the hook, stretch it. Stretch it.
I got a scarf. No, you got to be naked. Well, fuck.
Would you rather live in Chicago or LA? I would
LA,
rather
at
live in
least it's
LA.
nice. At least it's nice.
There's more benefits to LA. Weather's better. Crime rate's probably around the same.
And I could beat a lot more people up in LA than I can in Chicago.
Yeah. Politics are the same. Pretty much the same economy. Like, yeah, I would do LA.
LA, they want to look good. In Chicago, they gotta fight because right? I'll be the most nasty one. I'm trying to think of something that'll bring some up from when we were kids. We told a lot of our kids' stories, though.
Yeah, I tell most of my stories. I mean, I wish I could get like mom or somebody on here because I like having people that I haven't talked to like about stories in a while because they bring up memories that I've completely forgotten.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you did that. Oh, you did that.
And it's cold. Fuck that place.
You did that when you said about you used to run and jump on my shoulders because like I completely forgot about that. And when you said it, I was like, I actually felt like, oh my God, I can't believe I forgot that. Like we used to do it all the time.
That's probably why you got back issues.
Well, that and you having me up in the air like this and then fucking corkscrew me into the fucking ground. Matt's always fun to talk to when it comes to that. Matt on here would be fucking great. Matt remembers everything. Matt's like me. Like,
you should get him. Does he smoke at all? Like,
no, I don't think he does anything. He doesn't do anything.
Did you like? Have you ever gotten him? Have you ever seen him smoke? Like,
yeah, I see him. Like, but Matt, Matt's one of those like strong-willed people. Like, people don't even ask. Like, they don't even try to peer pressure him. He's like unpeer pressurable. But every once in a while, when he feels like just to kind of let you know, look, I can, he did it, but he didn't like.
All my life I had to fight, so I just wanted to look good now. Yeah.
I want to look like I don't know how to fight, and then just know how to fight.
See, the thing about our family, for some reason, no matter where we went, for some reason, we just got this like respect. Like people didn't even know us, and like for some reason, like they feared us.
Well,
there was no reason for it.
When it came to me and you, like in Blandon, we were like we just moved there, and we knew we were coming from the city, so they're gonna like not try and fuck with us too much, right? We got that at least like first layer, and then we were just confident with each other, like. If we were going down to the park to play basketball, like we walked right through the crowd because it was me and you together. And it was like immediately these two new people come and they're like they don't give like they're not going to fucking, be hazed by us and shit. So immediately they were like drawn more to you than me because I was like, no, I'm going home and playing fucking Xbox. You can go do whatever you want.
I will be the ringleader.
Yeah, you were fucking. You had like a little group of Bebe's kids around you. You were like you were like Peter Pan and the fucking Lost Boys every town you went to. Because they were always like,
I always had like some kind of organized group, like, because like we even called ourselves like the BWC, the Planet Wrecking Crew. Like everywhere I went, I had some kind of like organized like something going on just because my skate team for a few years, like. I was always trying to get people involved into something, but
you're a fucking cult leader, dude.
I am. Like, catch me. I ain't playing. Cults aren't bad until they start killing them.
Well, until it starts fucking like everybody, men, women, goats, sheep. That's basically what a cult leader is. He's just really horny.
And he just but if you just exclude that part. Brian asked. Who'd you rather smoke with, Joe Rogan or Seth Rogen?
Joe Rogan.
100%. Seth Rogen's a fucking pansy-ass little fucking lefty soft.
Well, he turned his back on James Franco, which whatever, James Franco was in the wrong, but I mean, I'd never.
Seth Rogen's a fucking hypocrite.
That's what bothered me so much about the Jimmy shit, because I would have never, ever turned my back. I'll never turn my back on any of my friends. Like I said, when it comes to you, Like if I watched you walk up to somebody, spit in their face, and then they swing at you, I'm going over to fight them, and I'm like, he spit at me, but he probably fucking deserved it. Like I don't care. That's my like. I'm always gonna say like I don't give a fuck what he did. You know.
Yeah, fuck that person.
Yeah. So we were always.
I just don't like Seth Rogen because he makes all the dirty humor, puts out all these movies with like making the worst jokes, things that aren't acceptable today, and now all of a sudden he goes out and he's like, it's not acceptable to joke like that. Like, fuck you, suck the end of my fucking.
What's it called? The fucking Dictator. Like literally,
like all of his movies were raunchy comedy. And then he comes out and tries to bash it to fucking tell people you shouldn't make jokes about people at people's expense and this. That's your career. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Fucking hypocritical, fucking soft ass bitch that came to the fucking mob. Kick rocks.
That's what makes comedy great. Like if you hear like comedians at other comedians' funerals are fucking brutal. Like if you ever hear the stories of that, they're like, dude, his family still won't talk to me because it's like they just fucking roasted him one last time before they put him under and shit. That's what comedy is. It's like, and that's kind of how we grew up too, though. If like behind your back, I'll say a ton of nice things, but when I say like, "What's up, pussy?" Like that's what it is. So
I think that's your best friends are usually like that.
Yeah, so that's
it's not what you say to my face. It's what you say behind my back.
If it gets a laugh, or if it's meant to get a laugh, then, I mean, yeah, there'll be some consequences. Like if you're not funny and you say the shit, if you're just trying to say it.
Yeah, like Steve-O asked yesterday at the show, he's like, "What would you do if like we just did our whole time bashing on you guys?" I was like, "Fucking do it! Like that'd be great! like you would just." Keep lowering that bar for me, lowering that bar, so I could fucking blast through
it. Yeah, I don't get. That's why I say, like most people in, like when I was like in construction and shit, and had to talk with like the upper people and their wives and shit, like none of them got me because I always went for the joke. Like even like Jimmy always hated it. He was like, dude, I'm like, what do you want me to do? They all were thinking it. Like it's just you got to go for the joke. So, but the ones that do get me are the same way or like it. Like Danny, I used to work with
people.
Well, I used to work with Danny, and Danny wasn't like he had a few jokes, but like I always found the joke in something, and he didn't do it, but he fucking loved it. Like he paid me to come to work one day because he was having a bad day, and we were slow because I'll just talk shit on the office people and roast them all day. But he like loved it. But his business partner, he fucking hated it. He like didn't want me around. So, but I'd rather be niche than like,
Yeah. Adam Dryman, long time no see. There's somebody that's been hiding in the woods. Did you start streaming again? I forget what date you were supposed to start up again?
I think it was Friday, wasn't it? I think you did Friday.
This past Friday?
Yeah, I haven't. Like I said, Monday was the first time I came back around. Like I didn't pay attention. But I think last Friday. I think he started doing it again. New and improved. I think he said that's why he shut it down for a week to get everything to move forward. So not like us, we fly by the seat of our pants.
Yeah, we had a doctor and a lawyer on the show. Wow, hell yeah!
Moving on up.
Fruit's done, fam. I'm out, yo. All right, we'll catch you later, brother.
Later. We had a sword fighter on.
Would you rather be forced to live the same day over and over for a full year, or take 3 years off the end of your life?
What day? And can like what? It depends on the day. Like if it's the day that like all that shit happened and put me in rock bottom, no, not that day. But if it's like I'm having a real good day, maybe.
All right.
And
So
can you alter it?
do I know it's gonna happen every time so I can take different paths
Yeah, that's what I was
through
thinking
that
too. 'Cause
day?
I'd fucking love that.
Yeah,
I would do it.
I know that I don't like that. What happens if I do that?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just go over here and do this.
Every
Like
day is a create your own adventure. I'm running up and smacking different people. See what
it's like a Goosebumps book. Choose your
yeah.
own adventure.
I'm gonna find out which one of y'all
And
like
no
me or you like me.
consequences?
Yeah.
No consequences? Because I'm just gonna restart tomorrow. I just gotta make sure on that 353rd day I don't do anything wrong because I've
That's the day I'd fuck up. My dumb ass would be bored. I'm like, man, I don't feel like doing nothing. On the last day, I'm like, I got energy to do stuff and fucking
I'd run
screw
up and boot
myself.
people in their nose. um, you're really reading into it. You have to.
Yeah, that's what makes those fun. You gotta like come up with parameters because it's a
Yeah.
completely different thing. If I have to go through the motions, like if I start to walk away, it pulls me back. But if I can like free live that day, I'm gonna like go into everybody I ever know's house and find out what they're doing at that moment, so I have dirt on them when the day's done.
But
When my
also, so would it be my life is supposed to be this long? So if I end up getting like some terminal disease at the end of my life and it lasts the last 3 years of my life, I just cut that out and I'm done before that even happens?
what if
Or
you
does
cut
that
three
happen
years?
earlier?
What if you cut 3 years at the end of your life, just drop dead?
Yeah.
I picked the 3 years, boom, done. What a
Oh,
twist!
that's fucked up.
Like, all right, I'll take 3 years off the. You don't even
Operate
finish the
on
sentence.
Groundhog's Day rules. So I don't remember the movie exactly. Did he have to go through the same motions? Like he still had to go to the same places and like take care of the same responsibilities. He
Yeah,
couldn't alter.
I think it was like. I don't think it was like you can fucking go jump in a random car and drive through it. It's not that.
Oh shit. He could remember the previous day. So then he could change it. He could alter it. So yeah, I'd do that.
Yeah, if I could alter it, for
Oh
sure.
wait, no, he couldn't remember that he's reliving it. He could only
Oh,
remember the
okay.
previous day
Oh, fuck it.
before he
I'll do
started
that.
to do that.
I'll do that
Eh.
to take 3 years off my life. Like I said, what if you drop dead if you take 3 years off your life? I'm not doing it.
Yeah, but what if those 3 years are like the painful dying years? Take them
Okay, are
off
you
for
gonna
sure.
tell me what year it's gonna make me die at? Because then maybe that'll changes it. Because if it's like 43, right? That 3 years is important. But if it's
Yeah,
like 78, I'm like, fuck those 3 years.
kind of off topic, but saying like definitely on topic. Um, I watched this video and the dude asks, y'all probably seen it. The dude asks, if I gave you
I
$100 million
saw
today,
that.
yeah,
Yes.
would you be happy about it? Like, yeah, life changing. He said, what if I told you that if I give you that $100 million today, you're not allowed to wake up tomorrow? So
Yeah.
would you still take it? So you're waking up tomorrow is worth $100 million to you. Then why don't
Not
you think?
necessarily,
So why
motherfucker.
don't you think that way every time you wake up?
Because I want it so I can spend it. It's like,
You lose.
it's different if I die. I can't spend it.
If you're dead, you wouldn't care anyway.
We
Good
don't know
point.
that. How
Good point.
dare you assume I won't be a ghost?
No, he
I'm
realized
offended.
he is trapped in a loop and he remembers the day he had relived. Uh,
On the same lines, I always thought along the lines of like the butterfly effect, like the how he can go back and change shit and how it
yeah,
changes everything.
yeah.
I always think weird shit like that.
But
Like,
that's the whole reason that time travel doesn't exist.
yeah, I
Like
know.
it doesn't.
Yeah,
Well, and also it's impossible because it's just
fun to talk about.
yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but yeah, the whole it'd be all fucked up all the time because everybody would be going back and forth through time and just fucking everything up.
But if you the reason it doesn't make sense to me is because if you can travel through time, that means that this physical place exists
And
in
not
this
just
time
that.
period, and those people also either travel through time with you or they already exist in that time.
What if you
So
could
it
time travel, but you
doesn't
can
make
only
sense.
spectate? Like you go back in time, it's a day in the
I
life of
believe
your
that.
grandma.
I think that would be more plausible. Yeah, that's called a memory. And
Yeah. No,
like,
I'm saying like to the 1800s or whatever. Like you can time travel, but you can only spectate. You can't be part of it. I'm like, fuck that. I can watch better TV here. I don't want to do that shit. Wouldn't that be weird if you couldn't interact with it? Like, you go back to that thing, you go back and you're like, what? He said you won't wake up again. 100 million buys a lot. What do you want $100 million for? Methamphetamine? I'm not allowed to sleep no more.
Yeah, I think you'd run real quick into psychosis.
Fuck it. Psychosis has a welcoming hug.
So you're pretty much saying, would you rather $100 million in cocaine, and you
Why not
can't wake
take
up
the
tomorrow?
cocaine? There's no benefit. I'm not gonna flip it. I'm gonna just live until I die anyway. I'm gonna be dead tomorrow either way. That's funny. I listened to a podcast and he asked he always asks. It's funny because the one dude he does a bunch of little like games, but he makes them impossible to win because he just likes pissing everybody else off. So he had a game where he's like, all right, you can uncover the truth about he was like aliens or who shot JFK. And no matter what they answered, he made him feel like a dickhead for it. And then like argued the other part of it. But
that would be game changing for like law. And it would actually I don't.
oh yeah. Didn't they make a movie like
That's
that?
scary to think because that's probably eventually going to be possible to be able to like project memories and stuff like that. And like, I'd
There's
imagine the lawyer
a
would be
Black
stored in
Mirror
Nevada.
episode. So there's a Black Mirror episode where a lady got in an accident and you can download images like of what happened at the time of the accident. And during the accident, in the background, a lady was killing her husband. So now she has to find this girl before they get her memory about the accident because you can witness her killing her husband. It was crazy. Like she witnessed.
Oh,
She didn't realize. She didn't even realize she witnessed it. Like it's peripheral, but you can look at the memory and you can look all around. So she had to
They
find
just
this
made the
girl.
warp bubble. What's the warp bubble? That's cool though. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be possible one day to be able to like project memories.
Well, they're doing Neuralink and stuff. Yeah, maybe not physically, but like
Yeah, like an image of what
yeah,
happened and like yeah.
like you're almost like you have webcams in your eyes at all times.
Are my comments coming through? Yeah, I just put one of them up onto the screen.
You could travel into the show.
So it's Minority Report. What's that?
Yeah, Minority Report is you can see the future. You know if somebody's going to commit a crime, so you arrest them before they do.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is going, so that's going back. But that's just scary too. You imagine being a hacker and you can just look in the future, this motherfucker's gonna do this, put him in jail. I want his girlfriend. Like that's basically you could do it if you're a good enough hacker.
Yeah.
I know the premise of that movie is they got it wrong, I think. So that's basically what the movie's about, it being flawed.
Yeah.
Oh, let's tell them all how for three separate reasons.
Crimes they have not yet committed.
For 3 separate reasons, me, you, and Amber all didn't have our front teeth for like 7 all different reasons, none of which the teeth just naturally fell out.
Yeah. We look like we were just chewing on rocks for a while. What's up, Keisha?
You look like a family that like for generations just didn't have front teeth and just all the kids just don't have front teeth. It was crazy.
You know, one of them fifth hats, Ricky. Me too. I think we should get a brotherly discount. All right. So let me work out the numbers here quick.
Discount for twice as much, motherfucker.
Okay, so $20 a hat. minus the friends and family discount.
$22 a hat.
Yeah, so it's gonna be like $48.
Yeah.
You know that 204% discount.
I got to fire in the whole shirt because I designed it. Your balls out or sack out summer shirt.
Yep. See that? Anybody who wants to send me in some artwork, if you design a shirt and I decide to use it, you get a free one. A shirt, a
And
hat, any of that stuff.
we are working on a hat for me anyway. So
yeah, comes out to $20. No, I'll send you one, Brent. You know I got you. Come on now.
Just pay for shipping and handling and the hat. I got you, bro. This is all I need you to do, okay?
I saw that Ashley got herself a Steve-O shirt too.
Nice.
Hell yeah, they're going like fucking wildfire. If y'all want to get them, they are on sale right now at etsy.com/shop/fire in the whole 420.
Hurry up before we get sued for stealing them.
That is the back of it. That is the front of it. Get them today.
He's putting his art all over the place. You're addicted to that shit, ain't?
What? Making
Messing with
shit?
Like the graphics and shit, messing with making the.
Yeah, but I kind of stepped away from it for like a week there because like I can't really put much out all at once.
Yeah. Well, where do you get like one that like is in there is bothering you, like it's like you gotta like do it or it's gonna drive you crazy.
Yeah.
That'll come along, especially if you take a bunch of time away from it. You're gonna like get one and you're gonna have to go do it like nothing else is gonna matter.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I was planning on like instead of shipping it to all of y'all, like just bringing everybody that's going to be there their stuff, so that saves everybody on shipping. But if you can't wait the month and 4 days, then don't know what to tell you.
Shipping kills you.
Yeah, it really does. But it is what it is. I fucked up the first time when I first dropped the best shirts. I didn't realize I fucking had the numbers wrong on the shipping, and it was charging people like fucking $18 to ship within the U.S. And like that's why people that weren't grabbing them. So I had to go back. I had to refund a couple of people their shipping money.
That's crazy.
But it's all figured out now. Usually within the U.S., it's around $4.20 to ship, which is
$4.20.
I always think that's awesome when I get a package that says $4.20 on it, because that's like flat rate for those boxes.
Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna bring a bunch of stuff to sell as well.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have some exclusive stuff for there, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, the show shirts, you're not gonna be able to get them anywhere else, and I'm gonna have one show shirt that's done a little different that we're gonna give away,
like a souvenir type thing. Like only one person can have this thing.
Yeah, like something you would like hang up or something.
Yeah. Yeah. He's gonna have a U-Haul trailer.
Yeah.
With a grill, a bunch of merch.
I did go crazy though. I bought probably like 250 shirts.
Yeah.
Before I sold a single thing.
That's if you ever listen to, they're like, what do you mean? What do you mean you spent all of your money on that thing? Because I knew it was gonna work.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I mean, like I just knew. So
and if it don't, it will.
That benefits you a lot having that fuck it, I'm going for it attitude. I've noticed it's like people that have that attitude also manifest that whatever it is that makes it happen. You know what I mean? Like if you're not one to jump into it, that means you're a doubt, and you're putting that doubt out into the atmosphere. So it ends up being like, that's me. Like everything I doubt. You were always like, we'll see. 9 times out of 10, you were fine. Once you got fucked up. But me, I just was like, I don't even want to get fucked up. I wish I was the other way sometimes, but
life is exciting, but sometimes like I mean, I wish I wouldn't have had to go to jail as much as I did, but it's also an experience that most people don't get, most normal people.
Well, that's why I told you. I told you when you found out you were going to be a dad. I was like, dude, you're going to be a way better dad than I can be, because all I can tell my kids is what Uncle Beanie did this. I wasn't there, but he told me the story. You could be like, motherfucker, you know what I did to do this? Don't do that shit. Like, you could tell him, I did this already. I'm like, Uncle Beanie did this already. Like, you have the experience, and you like know what to look for when it comes to like things like that. Like, I tell my kids all the time that when it's so obviously are trying to get one over on me, I'm like, oh, bro, you're still way at the beginning. Like, you ain't manipulating me with that shit. I invented that shit. But as you get like, you were like you just wanted to, you didn't really con people, but you took it to the point where you could have conned them and then told them, like, I'm just fucking with you. Like, you did it to a lot of people. You used to do it all the time. Like, not like con them like a big thing, but like get them to believe whatever.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you were just completely like, I'm just kidding. And like,
it's because, just like you said, like when you see the moment, you can't let it go. Like, just like if you're going to walk, like I say it all the time now. I've said it at least 10 times in the past week. I wish I was dumb. It would, like, ignorance really is bliss.
Yeah, you're much happier.
Once you learn something and can't unlearn it, or once you realize something and can't unrealize it, like, or feel something or have this desire or any of it, and like it sticks with you that you can't let it go, like the ignorance of it all. Like, if I just didn't know things and I didn't reach out and research what I fucking wanted to know and just corrupt my brain and all that stuff and just be like,
basically Forrest Gump it. You're just Forrest Gumping it. They're like, you're just succeeding. It's just like, you don't know why.
I would love it. Like, I would be so happy. But that's what I like picked up on. Like, if somebody is just dumb and gullible, I'm gonna play on it. Like, I'm not gonna really like hurt you in any way, but I'm gonna play with you. Like, I'm gonna.
Well, you used to. That's what I mean. You used to fuck with people like that.
They see it in here too. I do it all the time. Like,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
I had them believing I was like 5'4" for a while. They guess my age. I tell them I'm older than everybody in the room. For a while, I had them believing that I was in my 50s. Like,
well, I felt bad that one time. The one time that the one kid came up on my live, I don't remember his name, but he was like, "What are they saying?" And I was like, "Oh, she said she wants your number," and he wrote his number down. And I felt so terrible. I didn't know how to tell it was a joke. Like, I had to go with it. Like, fuck. I was only kidding. And I just said it like so nonchalantly, and he wrote his number down and it broke my heart. I was like, God damn it. When good jokes go bad.
Or so just a simple one. I was at a Ozfest, and at those like huge festivals they have like the fucking the porta potty pit where it's just like fucking hundreds of porta potties. And they had this one, it was like a horseshoe. So like if you wanted to use the ones all the way in the back, you had to walk like a quarter mile through the middle, this little middle row. And there's only one way back out, that quarter mile walk again. So none of them were open. I go all the way to the back and I do my business, walk out, and I'm walking. I get almost all the way to the end. And there's this dude that's been walking next to me the whole time. I turn, I'm like, yeah, dude, you forgot to flush. He turned around. Dude, I stopped and I waited. He walked almost halfway back. He's like, fuck you.
I think it's like when it's a stranger, when it's a complete stranger, you don't expect someone to be brazen enough to just completely fucking do, like, because it's like just talking to somebody new, like you're trying to feel each other out. So to have somebody that's just ballsy enough to just be like, Like I'm a ventriloquist. Like you just start telling them random shit. Like yeah, I don't think people expect that. So I think that's why like the Jamie Kennedy experiment when he fucked with people and like punked when he did it works because people don't expect people to just be able to blatantly lie to them. Yeah.
That's funny. I loved fucking with people though. Like, I mean,
it's fun. I love it.
I was an asshole. Like, I look back and like I'm not really proud of the way I was, but it's funny.
Yeah, it wasn't harmful. It wasn't. You didn't like harm anybody.
Yeah,
it's fun. Who cares? Take a joke.
Advantage of some people. And
well, that's fucking
treated people negatively, but
you were in your 20s. We were all douchebags.
Most people that deserved it. I just was relentless with the way that I went about things.
Yeah, I mean, in your 20s, you're supposed to be a douche. You gotta figure out what not to do for the rest of the time.
Yeah, like you push me and I'll fucking bury you next to your shed. The retaliation is always way harder than the actual.
Jimmy always used to say, "I'll spend $1,000 just so you don't get 100." He used to say it all the time. Like he was like, "If you fuck me out, like I'll give it away just so you don't get the job." You know what I mean? There's yeah, I don't really have that in me anymore. I used to, but I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah. The thing is, you can only get punched in your face so many times before you're like, I don't want to get punched in my face no more.
Well, I told you what I do is I take it on the chin. I take it on the chin. I take it on the chin. Like, stop punching me in my fucking chin! And it's somebody that like didn't hold the door open for me, and I fucking snap on that dude instead of the dude who fucking blatantly like made a fool of me. So it's not a good thing that I do it. But
yeah, I don't. You can't really piss me off unless like I'm already over the edge like that. I'll walk away. Like I don't want to fight anymore. Like,
well, yeah,
teeth are expensive.
Not even just fighting. Like, the words, you know what I mean? Like I always think about like the reason I don't really like go for anybody like that, or even if somebody wrongs me, I just fucking let it go because there's people around them who I care about too. Like, you know what I mean? That it's gonna affect in a bad way. So I'm just like
the last fight I got into. I think you were there for I saw you and then we did. But anyway, so the last fight I got into was these two older guys were at the bar. John knew one of them. The other guy was just his friend. So John and this guy were like throwing their hands up at each other, like joking around, like, yo, what's up, pussy and shit. So this other guy with him, I guess got the adrenaline rush, thought his buddy was actually ready to fight. So he's looking at me like, yo, what's up? I was like, yeah, I don't fucking know you. And then they come around the bar, and before John and his buddy get to say anything, the dude comes up to me. He's like, yo, what the fuck is your problem? Like, yeah, I don't fucking know you. Like, get the fuck out of my face. Like, and so like we ended up standing up, like yelling for a while, and then got kicked out of the bar. And so we went to this different bar, the Westie. This was at Pappy T's. We went to the Westie over in Hamburg. And they were in there talking shit about like saying me by name and shit.
Yeah.
And so I went up to him. I was like, yo, I'm not playing this shit all night. Like, let's go the fuck outside. And he's like, you better watch who you're messing with. You don't know who's carrying. So I pulled out my knife and like put it to like right next to his balls. I was like, I don't care who's carrying. Like you let's go the fuck outside. And the bartenders came walking by. He seen my knife and he's like, yo, y'all got to get the fuck out of here. So I put my shit away because I don't want the cops to come. And we went to Taco Bell, sat and ate, and we're like, yeah, let's just go back to Pappy T's. And like the bartenders are cool. Well, we didn't expect them to go back. Like, so we go back and they're in there.
Why y'all didn't get along so much? Because you're exactly the same person. You're making all the same That's why you don't like each other.
So we go back into Pappy T's, and there they are again. And this time they're with this fucking 6'7" fucking brick house of a fucking man. And they're pointing at me. And I'm like, all right, yo, this is it. So I stepped in the middle of them, and I'm like, yo, I don't give a fuck which one of y'all want to come outside, but like, let's fucking handle this shit. And this big motherfucker started poking me in my forehead. Like, he's like,
Not
you better
you.
go over there. He
Not
said,
you.
you
Not
better go over there and have a drink with your friends, or it's gonna be a fucking problem. I was like, it's a fucking problem. And I started walking for the door, and I should not have led the way. Like, I pushed them doors open, and he hit me in the back of the head, fucking cracked the side of my skull right here. I went down. Like, as I'm gathering myself, John and his girl come running out. As John's coming up, he like runs up and starts to square up. Dude fucking punched him in his fucking nose so hard he broke his, like, split his shit.
You almost a handicap match.
Yo, no bullshit. John goes down. I go to get back up. He hits me on the other side of my head, cracks my skull. Like, I'm not playing. I go down again. Audrey comes running out. John's girl comes running out with a broken glass bottle. And the dude spots her coming and Sparta kicks her right in the fucking chest and cracks 3 of her ribs. Yeah. At this point,
you didn't have a full skeleton. You had a cracked skull. She had crap.
John had a fucking broken nose. Like, his shit was fucking so busted.
You guys are trading parts. Like, I'll give you 2 ribs for 1 nose.
Dude, I got back up, and he saw me getting back up, and he speared me into the ground and full mounted me and started punching the top of my shoulder. And then, like, he got up and ran, and when I stood up, I couldn't move my arm. Like, he completely dislocated my shoulder. But yeah, then the 2 guys that started the fight come walking out of the bar. And they're like, oh, we should have let you know before you started fighting him. He trains UFC fighters out in LA. He's just visiting with, like, but yeah, like, dude, fuck.
He's lucky though. He's lucky that because I think you can you can lose all your licenses for that.
I think that's why he like ran, because like the thing is he didn't really, it wasn't a fight. He took precision shots that he knew were gonna
and
make sure that
when you're in a street fight, you're just fucking. It's mostly 2 motherfuckers like it's not like the amount of velocity they can put into some of the shit that they like. That spear, I'm sure he put so much fucking torque into it.
Yeah. Well, and each one of his hits were like meant to like fucking incapacitate you. Stop, like, you completely stop the fight. Like, that's what he was trying to do. And he like he knew what he was doing. Like, we had no chance. Like,
so you motherfuckers brought it was like an 8-on-1 match, and this motherfucker's clearing the ring. Like the Undertaker and shit.
It was wild. Like, every time, like, I was up, I was down. Like, what the fuck?
Well, because by then he's got you flushed
at one point.
I luckily never really got into because I never fought for myself because I didn't give a fuck what people said about me. I didn't care. But whenever I got in a fight, it was the dudes that were trying to fucking jump you, or somebody else was getting in a fight, but so I never really had a problem.
You
so
got
I
into a fight one time, I remember, and you swear I wasn't there, but I definitely
got jumped.
was.
Yeah, I got jumped by the whole fucking football team.
So it was something about some other dude wanted your girl or something, and he called you out, and me, you, Tony, and Nathan walked down to the park down there, fucking Rudders or whatever, the Windsor and Ritter or whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah.
And they fought. It was like fucking at least 40 people surrounded you and pushed us all to the outside. Like, we couldn't get through that pack at all. And they took one of your shoes.
They took one of them, threw it in the river. I hit the kid. It was like a movie scene. I'm tiny too. Like, this is me in 8th grade, so I'm like 100 pounds. I'm not even kidding. I'm like 5'3". And hold on, Brett. I'll read that in a second. I'll finish my thought. I don't even know what the hell I was saying. I'm telling you, I'm scatterbrained.
They took your shoe.
Oh yeah, but it was like a movie scene. Like, my tiny little ass, like I look like the kid from the Little Giants. Like, you know what I call this? Intimidating.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm sitting there with no muscle. But I fucking punched the one that wanted to fight me. I hit him dead in his face and just got my ass whooped. And then we both went back to school the next day. I mean, I had like a bloody lip, but his eye was swollen. So everybody knew he got his ass whooped. I just had a bloody lip. So I got jumped by 8 people and he still looked worse.
I had a night like that too. When I was
You
staying
came
at a
back to
buddy's
my
house.
house?
Yeah, I was staying at a buddy's house and fucking early in the day, like midday, a bunch of kids are
Mm-hmm.
outside playing fucking tag in the street. This is in the hood. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's straight ghetto. A bunch of kids are outside playing hang go seek, and a buddy of mine decides to go out in the middle of the street, whip his dick out, and take a piss in the middle of the street. This like 26-year-old fucking kid, like in front of a bunch of like little 10.
I was,
How old are kids that play tag? 10. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And And then they went inside and they were like, Dad, the dude down the street just pulled his fucking dick out, like in front of a bunch of little kids.
Yeah.
So later that night, we're all up at the bar, like a block away. And I come walking, like we're like finishing up. I'm like, yo, I'm going to go back to the house a while, just whatever. And I go walking back by myself. And I come around the corner and boom, I get hit in the face. Like I have no clue what the hell is going on, and all of a sudden there's 6 dudes on top of me, just fucking like stomping me into the pavement, and like I don't know, like that wasn't a fight either. Like I didn't get
I
that. I
was
don't
so
consider that getting into a fight. I got my fucking. I
I
just
was
got
so mad. I
stomped.
was so mad that like because they brought you to my house, um, and like what Ava was just born, Wyatt's 1, and then like Bella, but it was Bella and Lily were like right at that age, and you like your fucking face was all bloody and shit. You're like not going. I was so mad. I remember like it was like 4 years later when we went to um what was it, Stokesay Castle, whatever, Captain's Cove, and he
Yeah,
came there, and I was like, and I even said like, I was like, oh, I want to fuck you up. Like it was like 4 years later, and you're like, chill, and then John was like, John, I don't know why John always around me was like antsy, like, so,
yeah,
but I like almost hit him that night because I still remember so vividly that he set you up. Not he didn't do it on purpose, but you took his
yeah.
ass.
It was just yeah, but I mean everybody. I wasn't the only one that was in the fight though. Like I was just the one that took the brunt of it right away. Like
Yeah.
I was alone, so the whole block, everybody on the
Mhm.
block was pissed about this. It wasn't just one fucking family. As
Yeah.
everybody on the block heard about it, and they were all out there ready to fight. So everybody jumped on me.
Yeah, you're
And
guilty
then
by
by the time,
association because you're with them. So they don't
yeah,
give a fuck.
well, they thought
You're with the dick
the
show.
kids, all the kids told them was a guy at that house, a white guy at that house that's not usually there. So I'm not usually there. Like and
Yeah.
like so they jumped on me. But then by the time my people got there, I was already knocked out cold. And then they said it was like for
Hi,
20
Mariana.
minutes there was a brawl. Like it was a straight up brawl. The cops had to come clean it up. Um, that was actually I didn't get drugged to your house that time. That was
No.
I woke up in the kitchen that time
Oh,
at
love it.
John's house because they took me inside. It was when Bubba and Bubba, the 2
Yeah.
Bubbas, jumped me.
Yeah.
God damn!
Yeah.
That's why I was like, yeah, I got to stop drinking. I got to stop fucking getting into fights. Like it's too
Yeah. I
expensive.
remember like that anger you feel like that it's like crawling up your back. You like feel the anger like, oh my God, I felt that anger. So I wanted to like, because they were punks and all the time they wouldn't do shit unless they were with each other. But when they were alone, it was like, Mr. Beanie, hello, Mr. Beanie. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and yeah, that's why I don't trust anybody. That's why my circle is like a dot.
yeah, yeah. I don't like it. Anybody's capable of anything, really. So as
I
long as
have
I'm
one person that's not blood that I consider like my like that I could actually like turn to no matter what.
I don't know anymore. Well, not blood. I mean, Brittany's not blood. she's my wife, but
Yeah, that's true. You're right. But even
Matt,
that's
Matt,
conditional. You
I
know what I
know
mean? I have
Matt.
one that's unconditional. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know Matt. If I call him right now and I have a problem that he can solve or help me solve, he would help me no matter what. He would help me do it. Like we just don't like we live different lives. You know what I mean? So I guess other than that, though, all of them have proven to me why I shouldn't trust a bunch of people. You know?
Yeah. But then you get some people that just prove that there's good people out there.
Yeah. And I think about this too. We all fucked somebody over. We just happen to be that somebody for that person, you know?
Yeah.
So we changed. So maybe that person that fucked us over is like, you know what I mean? So you never know. You hate him though. Like a person like that, there's no coming back from that. That shit could have happened in first grade. You're like, fuck that dude. You're like, he's a pastor.
Yeah.
Like, fuck him. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, you never
Nah,
know.
I'm a forgiving person.
Me too.
It's not
Too.
much that you could have ever done to me that I really couldn't forgive for. As long as you're a better person today than you were at the point when you did it.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah, people reform and shit. I mean, dad.
I'm too forgiving to a fault. Like, there's people that have screwed me over multiple times, and I just like whatever.
Yeah.
It takes too much energy to hold a grudge, like, and it wastes. It also takes away from your I can't be at certain places. I can't do this. I can't just
I tell
fucking
Brittany when we're. I
be
tell
a
Brittany when we're.
decent person and leave me alone.
I tell Brittany when we're fighting all the time. Like, what's the point of this? You're gonna say your side. I'm gonna say my side. Both gonna say fuck you. That's not right. We're gonna walk away from each other for a couple hours. We're gonna come back. We're gonna kind of half talk and be back to normal. Let's just skip this part. Who fucking
Yeah.
cares? Like, who cares? I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
usually the argument's over something stupid. So, yeah, it's pointless to me.
Yeah. Are you leaving me? No? All right, shut up.
What's gonna fix? All right, I'll meet you
Jenna.
upstairs. Like, fine, let's get to brass tacks. I got shit to do.
I'm mad. You're mad. You're going to be quiet for 20 minutes, right? All right, leave me alone.
about my situation with Jimmy, like I was bitter for a while. Now I don't. It doesn't bother me at all because like when he walks in his house at night, his kids run up and give him a hug because they missed him all day. He's not a bad person. You know what I mean? Like if you have people that are excited to see you and not just because you make them money or something, you can't be that bad of a person because you know it's just we're bad to certain people. Certain people don't mix, and certain people have
You're
different
saying there's
values.
no such thing as a bad person. There's just,
No, there is. Like Hitler was probably a bad person. Like there's people that like are
You
like
want to know about
psychopaths.
prize twice.
Yeah, and he killed fucking like half of the fucking race of people. So, I know what you're doing. I know. I'm just like,
I can't take
people.
that stand.
There's evil. There are people that are just plain like.
I don't know. There's actually I was just listening to Jordan Peterson talk about it. How like they actually did this study where they broke down like people's lives that turned from normal people to the type of people like that ran like the Holocaust and all that stuff like that, and to see what it took to get them to do these things.
There's just small drips, little things.
And it's you can turn a good person to make them do something evil, and then afterwards also make them realize that wasn't them. Like so,
they did a test of that pushing the button thing.
Oh yeah.
That like, and they just did it. Like you can get
if
you tell them you have
somebody,
to.
Yeah.
If you tell them you have to, this is who we are now. You know,
not only do you have to, but it's okay to.
Yeah, they make the Purge and shit when that movie that kind of depicts it that way. Like that one day, it's okay to, so I'm going to do it. So yeah, you give somebody license to do that, especially. I mean, you think it wasn't that long ago.
Look at the riots that just went down. All that was a license salute.
But I mean, that wasn't that long ago, but they were a lot more primitive then too. Like now it's different. I think it'd be different being tricked into being genocidal like that, like because the amount of information. But back then, they were basically their ideals were the ideals of like the small group of people around them because that's all they had access to. You know, so back then we're all just like a bunch of tiny little fucking packs anyway and shit. Like it was getting better because it was you could communicate more, but
I
a
mean,
little
I
bit.
think that's how it should be more. We should go back to more of like that. We don't fucking access everything from everywhere. It's too much. Humans aren't built to take in that much information.
Well, that's why they say it's why like one of the things that lead to depression because you're constantly giving yourself dopamine, like whether it's like watching a video, like whatever it is, like there's always a dopamine hit coming to you. So it's like
Yeah,
you drain yourself of it basically because you're constantly like back when like even when we were kids
or
and
to
like
make you build up a tolerance almost. Like it's not enough.
yeah, it's like you need more. Yeah, it's chasing a dragon basically. But back when we were kids, like even with house phones, like I had to go to my house, they had to be at their house to call them or whatever. It's not like, and if it doesn't happen, fuck it, I'm gonna go ride my bike. Now it's like YouTube, TikTok, like every one of them got two screens and they could do whatever. And then it's just everything's instant gratification now.
Yeah,
Like so, like that's what they said. Like you're constant. Yeah, when you don't have a like there's no good without bad. So if it's constant this, like it kind of like depletes itself.
but yeah. There are actually a lot of studies coming out that depression they're they're not saying that it's not linked to serotonin and dopamine, but they're saying that there's actually no way to prove that it's linked to serotonin and
Yeah.
dopamine.
I think
But
it's
I
a
mean,
lot.
that's it. I would imagine either way, seeing as dopamine is the same thing as a drug, that it would act in the same way as like your tolerance gets higher, and then yeah, you're gonna get depressed as if just as if like if you were smoking shitty weed and like it's not doing the job, and
I think
you know what I
depression's
mean?
a slow drip, like little things that kind of slowly pile up, and then like the snowball gets a little bigger and a little bigger, and then it becomes something because like
I think it's
I never had it. Like it was just like, and then it was like all that shit happened at once. It was like now I can't escape it sometimes. So I don't know what changed, like mentally or whatever, but that thing was like the straw and like put me there. So I think it's a whole bunch of things. It's like what's important to you, and do you feel that like if you're getting that thing that you want, um, or like all that shit has to. If you don't feel you're getting that, like immediately you're starting from negative because you already like disappointed. So
yeah.
um, yeah, like I think all that it all has to do with your diet probably because it different fucking chemicals and shit like that. All of it.
I think a lot of it is also the fact that we don't really have much to do as humans in 2023. Like everything is done for us. We don't have much reason to fucking be active and physical and all that stuff. Like so, like yeah, we are getting things done technically, but like as like we've advanced so much in the past fucking 20, 30 years that like we completely act different, you know what I mean, than we did 20 or
Yeah.
30 years ago. So like it's the mental responsibility and all that stuff. Like I think
Yep.
we're lazy. We've got like you sit around and it's true that the idle hands are the devil's playground. It's the same with the mind. The idle brain is the devil's playground. He will
That's
fuck with
why,
you.
yeah, that's why I always have podcasts or something on like when I'm cleaning and shit. Because if I start to think, quiet, if it's quiet and I'm just thinking, like
Yeah.
sometimes it's great, but sometimes like you hear a song or
You'll
something,
go
and
down the wrong road. Like
yeah, fuck that.
and honestly, the thing is, it's up to you to stop that. Like when you start going down that wrong road, you got to get yourself back. Like, and that sucks to hear because there
Yeah,
ain't anybody else to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you got to catch it right away, or you will go down them dark roads.
Yeah. I mean, good luck not going through dark roads.
I mean, there's small things that you could do to try to help you. Though a smile goes 1,000 miles. Like you really, if you smile, that you're telling your brain that everything's okay.
Well, so here I figured out it's just it's learning a new routine basically. So like this house is not like my last house was I loved it, but it was a fixer upper. There was always something to do to make it, like be a little better or whatever. Like and then so there was always something to do. Like I didn't ever sit and like look at like what should I be doing right now. And
Hmm.
now like this house is so like it's done and like I'm looking around for watch to do because I'm like, fuck, man, I don't got nothing to do right now, which is good. But like now I'm starting to because I'm feeling better. Well, also being sick and laying around doesn't help your depression either, and there's no way out of that. Like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You
you're
got to be
being stuck in
active.
the house and not like it's like stagnant. Not like you don't have to get shit done every day, but getting up and moving and going outside and shit is enough. And if you're not doing that, then depression, at least for me, hits fast. So then that affects everything else, and it's harder to get out of when I do feel better. But um, yeah, I'm gonna focus a lot more on like the art shit while they're at school, and then anything like stuff we talked about and stuff for the shows and stuff like that. All that to keep almost make it feel like not a work day, but like getting like accomplishing something.
Yeah.
I think I equated that. That's what I like about Fire in a Hole so much, or not just Fire in a Hole. Like all the people is when I used to work, like they would he would call on me when like it's like fuck we're not gonna get this done. Well, if anybody will do it, he'll do it. That feeling of like they're gonna call on you for this thing or that thing, and you kind of get it here now. Like when we talk to other streamers and like give each other opinions and stuff, it's like that's the feeling that I
Yeah.
miss about working is like being able to be relied on and shit. Like he would call me at fucking 9 o'clock the night before and it's like, can you be here at 5 a.m. and work overnight? I'm like, yeah, like, but he knew he could do that.
I'm like, no. Shit.
But I never. You remember I used to.
Well, no, actually, I'd be like, yeah, and then not
Yeah,
show
yeah,
up.
exactly. My car got a flat. Like you don't have a car. Like yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's flat. um, but like you remember what Rex would call me a Saturday at 11. Like this guy wants this touch up done today, and I'm in Lancaster. I'm like all right, like I'm at a birthday party, and I should go
Yeah, I'm
back
out,
home.
guys. I gotta go to work.
It's. I think it came from being like so flaky when I was younger and not being reliable, and then I worked toward it. But I miss that feeling of like somebody being like, "I think Ricky could do this," and like feeling comfortable, like just putting it on me or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like my kids put everything on me anyway, but it's different. I'm stuck with them.
Yeah. Yo, NATO. What's going on?
Did anybody else say anything? No question, no nothing. You guys are boring tonight. You had a
If
beanie
anybody
right
has
where you
any
wanted it.
questions, this is
Yeah.
Contact High. I am the interviewee.
You had Beanie right where you wanted him. You could have asked him like bank account numbers. I'm just kidding. He was gonna answer them all truthfully. Now
There's
it's
an
time for
account. There's some of my account information down there. Cash App and Dango, because we are doing a waffle right now. If anybody wants in on the waffle, it's only $2 a spot.
what would you do if I blessed you with $8,000 in your Cash App right now? You get them messages. I get like 3 of them a day. Like,
What's
do you
my
have a Cash
favorite
App, bro?
color?
You have a Cash
Yeah.
App, bro? Like, no, I don't have a Cash App. What's a Cash App?
What's my favorite color? Is black a fair answer?
I was gonna say your favorite color is black. Black's
black
an
a fair
answer.
answer?
Yeah, black's an answer. I think.
Yeah,
My favorite color.
black.
I don't have a favorite. It changes like depending on like what it's around. Like if a certain like shade of red was something like, then it's like I like that, but I don't have like a favorite color. It's like I don't give a shit. Like Brittany, she was like, "You want what kind of shoes you want?" I'm like, "I don't care. Comfortable ones." I hang up the phone. I don't care about the colors or whatever. You know what I mean? If it looks cool, I like. It looks cool to me. So.
Ruby says no. That's a shade. Well,
Shade. You're right. Yeah, she's right. What happens if you mix all the colors? You get a real dark brown, not a black.
what's my favorite color?
Green, except when he was a kid, he would eat nothing with green stuff in it. Oh, you know what I was thinking about? All right, you remember me and you always talking. You say you can't remember songs from like back when we were kids. Like
Yeah.
songs that like when I told you like this is the like that was your ringtone forever and it takes you back. I got one that you might not remember, but you fucking loved.
I would remember it then.
Alanis Morissette, Ironic. You used to fucking
Isn't it
sing
ironic?
You used to sing that song all
Don't
the
you
time.
think? It's like rain.
I always did when I hear a song like because when we talked about you're like I don't remember none of the songs and there's songs that I equate with you but I haven't heard them. If I hear them, that's the one.
That's cool music though. That's what I consider cool music.
Well, that's the strum in my pain. I'm at the pool every time it comes
Hootie
on.
and the Blowfish.
Yeah.
All that's like shit they played at the pool.
Why? What'll do? Yeah.
The hits of today, the 80s, 90s, and today.
And then there's the roller skating music.
Where would you take a sick boat?
What the fuck? We talking here. We talking more hypotheticals. Oh man.
You worked at the Fugees concert? Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean that song was the bane of my existence for it wasn't even one summer. Like it was so popular, it was back the next summer at the play. Like, what the fuck? They're still playing it every 6 seconds. But that was the song that was always playing. That's the one that they played more than any song, like by 2.
Yeah, and then any like boy band type of song reminds me of the skating rink.
Yeah, the skating rink. So does Corn Freak on a Leash because for some reason they would just randomly play that in the middle of all this other music. Yeah, but I always when I'm listening to music, I'm like, it takes me. But like I said, you said you couldn't remember that the one time you were trying to make a playlist, and I remember Alanis Morissette, Ironic today, and I was like, oh, that was Beanie's song.
Brent said, "Where do you take a sick boat?" To the dock. Don't delete me.
My son got me one. He says, "What does a baby computer call its parent?" I'm like, I don't know, data. I was like, good job, buddy. And he was like, what does it mean? I was like, motherfucker, you don't even know what it means. You don't even know what they mean. Ava does it to me all the time. She'll pull up jokes on her phone, and she'll tell me the joke, and I'll giggle at it. And she goes, "What's it mean?" Like, you're not. But she's not telling it in the proper context because she doesn't know how it should sound or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm fucking lost. And she's like, okay, why is it funny? Like, and I explain the joke back to her. Like I'm being interrogated.
That's funny as shit. Explain humor.
Yeah, like she loves telling jokes or they like riddles or whatever. I was telling them riddles the other day or trick questions. They like all that stuff. But yeah, she'll just sit there and read 100 jokes and just tell me the punchline and move on. And I'm like, do you know what that means? She's like, nope. At least she's reading. She has no idea what the context of what it said. I'm like, Abe, I don't know if you should have said that word. Where are you reading that from?
That's funny as shit. That was a lot. I used to enjoy doing that too. I'd like jokes.com and read the I'd read those jokes for hours. That's where I get a lot of my fucking material from when I was a kid.
What? Jesus, that's wrong. See?
Yeah, I still tell jokes to this day that I got from jokes.com. Like the fly falls 6 inches from the earth, fly falls 3 inches above the water. You ever hear that one?
No. Oh yeah, you told it a couple weeks ago, I think.
Yeah. That was from jokes.com. That was like
you remember Pump Harder?
Yeah, listen. There are jokes.
I'll give you a cookie. So
Yeah,
that's how I said it, right? That's exactly how I said it.
There was jokes that were told at Nana's house that I've never heard anywhere else. So I don't know where the fuck y'all came up with this shit. Like the kid, the kid he was picking his nose behind the TV. So I'm gonna get you and eat you.
I remember how they told the joke. I remember the voice they made. I remember the mannerism. I remember all those. I can't jump any harder. What was it? There was another one that was like, oh my god. But they said them the exact same way. If you told the joke, it was like hitting play on the cassette tape. Like you said it the same way, or it wasn't funny. I don't know why, but that's how we thought of it.
I said I do voices and all cartoon characters sitting around at a party. Nice.
I love like you hear it all the time, like wordplay jokes. Like if I could switch a word for something and make it sound stupid. I like doing just dumb stuff like that. And like there's always something somebody says is always ridiculous. You just gotta find it, right?
Yeah.
And my kids say some ridiculous shit already, so it's easy. So I just like fuck with them all day.
Yeah, you just gotta be willing to stop the conversation and actually make the joke.
Yeah. But Ava, like I said, Ava's a fucking sniper, dude.
Yeah.
Ava's a sniper. Like I'm in trouble already. And I'm always the quick one. Like I'm always the one with a joke.
Yeah, but if she doesn't understand the funny, then she's just doing it to hurt your
feelings.
She
does. She won't say like they always say your mom. Or now, one day Brittany said something for no reason. And I was like, congratulations. Another kid, every time she says anything, they're like, congratulations, and walk away from her. Like, but they get the joke. They get that it's annoying the shit out of her. Yeah. So that they keep doing it. But if they saw it was upsetting her, they wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I hate to go back to it, but you got to remember the pump her harder joke.
Hold on. I got to remember how it starts, right? Because Papa Harder, come upstairs. Stop, I'm trying to say it. I'm trying to say it, you're laughing. I had it. But that's the basis. His name's Papa Harder. Oh my god. I had it. You fucking fucked me up. I'm not saying it no more. You say it.
I think it was like a little girl.
Yeah, she
was like, "Hey, let's go back to your house." My mama told me not to, so I did.
She's lowering him. Mama, come in the house. I'll give you a cookie. We told that joke when we were like 7. About an abduction.
I'm crying. That's a good one.
Good night, everybody. Oh my god. Just gonna eat away, you know. Watch, you're gonna be at work tomorrow.
I remember the whole joke. I remember the whole joke. Oh shit!
Type it in your phone and ask if it's a real joke. Ask chat.
I remember the whole thing now. Like,
do you?
Shit. Yeah, I met this girl at school. Shit. Asked me if I want a cookie. Mama told me not. Hey, Papa Harder, you want a cookie? My mama told me not to. So
no, it's like Papa Harder walked me home. My mama told me not. He's like Bobby Boucher. He's fucking Bobby Boucher. Mama said everything.
Yeah, my mama told me not to. I give you a cookie, so I did.
And then
until she's like,
pump any harder.
Yeah, that's funny.
I remember all them fucking stupid jokes though, and all the ways we would figure out who's it.
I wish you could say the whole thing without laughing.
I can't though. You gotta give me like 2 weeks of me thinking about it because I'm gonna laugh randomly now, just thinking about it, the way it was said and shit, and then I'll be able to do it.
Oh, that was funny as fuck.
Whenever something gets me like that, dude, I can't like. I'll start cracking up tomorrow randomly because I'm just gonna pump harder. But like something like my dishwasher's gonna go boom boom boom, and it's gonna go pump harder, like, and I'm gonna start cracking up again.
Pumper hard. Shit, I'm trying to find it.
There was one wasn't there one called Humper too? Humper. It was like along the same lines. All them stupid jokes that I don't know where
I think y'all made them up. That's the thing, because I've never heard them anywhere else.
I wasn't that clever. Like Pumpa Harder is a perfect name. It's like Rumpelstiltskin and shit. It sounds awesome.
Shit.
Brett said we're tripped out.
One that my pastor could hear and my mother could hear, and he has a certain amount of money allotted to him. Anything grass grows, you know.
No, I can't find anything about
it. I think we made it up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's a smart joke for a 6-year-old. Oh man.
Fuck.
It's one of those old wives' tales. You can't read about it. It just exists. So we don't know how. All right, you fuckers don't got no more questions. I'm done crying. I'm done crying for this show.
No, I'm gonna get you in each of them. I'm gonna get you in each of them. That was a scary story.
Oh, that was funny. Yeah, because
there's a haunted house that nobody would ever go into because
nobody ever told Pumpa Harder without I'm gonna get you in each of them. You told them together. They were a package deal.
That's funny as fuck.
Oh my god.
All right. You ready to wrap this shit up?
That was fun. Well, at least we got to get to know each other. Good to meet you, buddy.
All right. Let's roll the fuck up out of here.
Don't forget the waffle and sign. If you guys just go rate the page, you're in the running for the sign on Bean's wall. And you showed the future of waffle already, right? So.
Yeah. And Mason City, Illinois, Mason City Limits Comedy Club, and Mason City, Illinois. Come join us for a night of comedy and entertainment. Fire home.
Oh, and if I feel good enough for it, I'm gonna have some ridiculous categories for trivia this week. Just ridiculous to look at, basically. I just gotta have the energy to do it.
Hell yeah.
That'll be fun.
All right, Ruby. All right, everybody. Brian.
Thanks for putting up with us fucking hyena laughing for an hour and a half.
I had a good time. I don't my face hurts.
Yeah, no, I love when we dig into how the fuck do we get to Pumpa Harder? I don't even know how we got there. We dig so much that we find a little fucking gem in there. Like I don't even know where it came from. Like I started remembering the whole joke word for word just by. But yeah, when you dig somebody, you find that you can laugh.
Oh, because your kid was reading you jokes.
Oh yeah, all right, that's right.
All right, everybody.
Yeah, see you.
All right,
I'm crying.